and welcome to DearDharmaDude. My name is Vivian Cao, and I'm sitting with the Venerable Master Hun Chang. And today's topic is, I know that forgiveness is important. You can't learn, you can't expand, there's no growth without forgiveness, but to what extent should we go without forgiveness?
What do you know about forgiveness?
To be honest, not very much. I know that when I'm hurt, it takes me a long time to understand why someone would do that. And so once I understand where the person's coming from, I tend to, be able to forgive, but I never quite forget. And I think that's, I don't know if that's selfish, where it's not a grudge, it's just the fact that now I'm wary of that person and perhaps an action that's hurt me. Is that, I don't know, bad?
Actually, forgiveness in Buddhism, it's coming out from what we call the cultivation of the big heart. Bao Yung in Vietnamese called Bao Yung, meaning a very big heart. A big heart means we cultivate to be generous in whatever we do. So forgiveness doesn't come like this. It comes through a cultivating process. And the cultivating process is very simple. We try to see the beauty in everything. We try to see things a bit broader, with a broader vision, broader view. So, for example, instead of knowing ourselves, oh, I cannot do this much here, maybe we see our potential can do a little bit more.
Right.
We look at the person and we say, oh, that person have only do this much. Maybe we give the benefit of the doubt and say, oh, maybe that person can do something greater. So it's a kind of tolerance in view, but also in practice, it's a way we broaden our vision, our view. So we don't see everything in just little tiny, square. Everything is really big and huge in our mind, because our mind is only big and huge. Now, how do we come to that point? Because we live, and every day we meet a lot of people. Every day we see so many things, and the world is big. However, the way we think is very, very small. Sometimes we are contained within our very narrow vision. This I am myself, and this is that. This is all I have. We call egocentric. So a lot of time when we do say that I want to forgive someone, but if not broadening our view, that's very hard, very unnatural. And so first broaden our heart, broaden our views, we can accept people easier. One of the ways that the Buddhist practice is like we contemplate a cup. The cup like this much here. If a cup like this much and you take the planter, you put inside the cup, it's impossible. But if the cup is expand into a big vase, then the planter come inside easily. Same thing. Sometimes people do something that's hurtful to us, but if our mind is big enough, then that doesn't hurt us. So when people hurt us, actually because our mind is small, and their words and their deeds is bigger than our heart can contain. So if we expand our heart, then the forgiveness comes naturally. And therefore, when we forgive someone, we simply will forget. Meaning, we don't really look into reasoning and look into, excuses anymore. So forgiveness in the Buddhist practice it's a very natural way. It's a component of our big heart, about tolerance. And that almost comes naturally when you practice compassion.
But with that said, I know that wisdom is probably equally important. Understanding things and the nature of life and the nature of people. Say you forgive someone and you completely forget because the broadening your horizons, like what, there's life beyond whatever hurtful action there is, because it doesn't stop there. There's nicer things that person's done, and there's nicer people out there, so on and so forth. So you forgive, but that person maybe hurts you again.
Okay, repeat.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, what is it? Forgive you once, shame on me, something like that, right? And then you almost compromise your wisdom, right?
Right. So that's why you need to see the boundary. You need to see, first of all, sometimes you see people will make a mistake.
Yes.
And ask you for forgiveness.
Right, that's human nature.
Okay.
Right.
And you can forgive, But forgiveness also, if you are wise enough, what you do is you need to educate or give instruction or help people to correct or
Right.
rectify their mistakes.
To understand why.
And so forgiveness is really a mature process.
Right.
It's a mature process. That's why we need to have a big heart first, and then you have a deep thinking of how to make it effective, how you can really bring the person to the level of being aware of why the person making mistakes. And so it's not easy. It's not something that is so simplistic.
Right.
So forgiveness can make others aware of oneself. That is truly a Buddhist practice. And so, but first you need to forgive.
Right.
And keep forgiving, keep forgiving. Just learn that first step. And then the second step is learn forgiveness in a way that you can affect people to change their view. And the next step is, besides changing the view, of how to do the correct things. Because if people don't know how to do the correct things, they keep doing the wrong thing. And they keep making mistakes.
Right.
And so forgiveness is not one way, but it has to be two way, meaning you need to really make the person who receive forgiveness knowing and appreciating how to change. And so,
sorry. Yeah.
and so you can see it's a beautiful process of why we have to practice first to be very broad, to be very kind, first with ourselves.
Right.
Before we say, oh, I want to forgive you.
Yeah.
And when we forgive people, we don't say, oh, I forgive you. No, we don't say that. Forgiveness is something that's very natural. It comes because sometimes even we don't say anything, but people know that our heart.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Because a lot of time, especially in Asian country, in Asian culture, we're not going to say, oh, I forgive you, I forgive you. We don't say that, right? You experience that, right?
Especially with parents and that kind of thing.
Right. But they hold no grudge against us. So holding no grudges, actually, that's a practice.
So probably the first step to forgiveness or anything along those lines is to cultivate yourself in your heart such that it's accepting, and it's not just tolerant, but accepting, embracing, and just growing that heart to a greater capacity almost.
Yeah, right.
And then you forgive that person, but not just forgive them, but and educating is so important in Buddhism, I think, spreading that wisdom.
Yeah.
And you tell them, like, why did that hurt you? And you're not mad at that person, but maybe in the future this can happen, or be more sensitive, that kind of thing. And
yeah, that's right. but that the key thing is the very first part is to broaden our mind. But actually, that also not even the first thing. Really, the first thing ever is how to love, because loving is in Confucian tradition is the relationship between two people, and to be able to connect with others and feel the other's feelings, empathize. Actually, that's the very first step, because we can extend our mind to others and then broaden our view.
To learn to love, learn to forgive, and
learn to love and learn to broaden our mind.
And then to forgive.
And then forgiveness comes naturally.
It comes naturally.
You
have to learn it. Okay. So thank you for your wisdom, and thank you to the viewers for watching. See you next time.